continuing on with the tournament, we're just clearly in the realm of each of these crucible levels have started to matter quite a lot, and they're going to stack up, and getting beyond this point is going to become very hard. Because the thing with having 15% less HP is that when you press the heal button after combat, well, first of all, hang on, much worse. When you press the heal button after combat, you're not only healing less of your max HP, which means you need to press it more, but also that button is kind of like a big way you can stabilize when you're not getting lucky in like high rolling. And the fact that it's significantly worse is extremely unfortunate. However, at least this map is helping us out an awful lot, I'm going to be honest. I'd say it's a pretty damn solid map. For Peglin Fusion, that is. Just minimal early elites, so that we're not really having to confront anything massive. With probably only one late stall, but the potential to just ignore second elite entirely. And a lot of early chests as well. Because, of course, having two options per chest is really, really fun for this class. It means you can really easily assemble a win condition that fits with what you currently have. Because, plus one refresh, there are quite a few ways we could lean that. Okay. Definitely collecting slightly less cash than I would like in these fights, but depending on what pathing we take is totally fine, right? I mean, that's unfortunately not really a choice. And having Cookie would be so nice, but yeah, nah. If it was unnerved, I would definitely think that would just simply be a Cookie, but it's not. Unfortunate. Let's hope the Terrible does better because this is kind of the map where Terrible is pretty cool. It's like if I'm thinking of maps where the Terrible is cool, this is just the number one for me. Really good stuff, honestly. Very pleased with like the greed I got this map, the literally zero health I lost, as well as hopefully I cleared up the map path. Kind of. It's good enough. What do we want? I mean, sorry. I was thinking a bit too much about how Cruci 12 nullified the impact of that slightly, but it's only slightly. Nah, question marks have good high roll potential. Like losing 9 HP, great. So instead of going to the fight where we could have lost 9 HP, instead we didn't get any gold. That's uh oh. I think we might have just gotten extremely, extremely screwed. I don't know if we can still win this. 2 refreshes is amazing for this fight, but unfortunately, this might be where Peglin falls out of the tournament because Bombaton is just really, really bad here. It's really not what you're looking for. And unfortunately, I also got some, I'd call it pretty bad bomb spots. Oh god, there are some fights where I've just gotten nothing on. Sorry, I might have misplayed there. I need to pay a bit more attention to that, I think. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I have the tiniest amount of time left. We lived. We indeed got to pass go. So I think we might be forced to take another elite, to be honest. But yeah, no, I just have to press that heal button and I have to get a popping column. Yeah. Not ideal. Really not ideal. I guess I was punished for my Bombaton pick, wasn't I? Man, a Flaunty would have been nice that fight. I think I probably could have gotten like 1 or 2 dodges out of it. Let's just set myself up into an elite and take it immediately. Sure. None of them's that crazy there. Taking a stall here for... This is a tough call. think Restore and Rubble both have their merits. Saving cash probably does not. And yeah, sure, let's try this. Let's try this. Alright, this is very scary. Okay. We get to Pasco. Let's just try and use this fight to heal up. 23 health is what I'm heading into it. We've already popped 2 bombs, but at least we have the bomb baton. Jesus, man. I'm just on a roll popping these bombs. Definitely not ideal, but whatever. How? Like, actually, how am I hitting all of these bombs? It's pretty impressive. Oh, that was so close to being such a good hit. Yes, yeah. As long as I'm healing in this fight, I'm very happy, and it looks like I'm doing a decent job of that so far. Yes, that's exactly what I needed. Yes. Okay, that's a very big deal. I just need to not be getting hit by this guy. He's very nasty. 38. Oh no. Ah, illusion dodges. Perfect. I totally forgot they even existed. Also blind dodges. Yep, nice. We've done a very good job of trying to survive. A lot of the passes we've picked up have been leaning in that direction, haven't they? Wow. And having that bomb there was actually really nice for the access it provides. Let's try and race to getting that upgraded. Oh, I really love the new smoke mod actually. I think it's really quite cool. And there are some few things that I could find that would actually make it so good. But yeah, no, I do actually like it an awful lot. Maybe more than I should, but 2 is just such a much bigger number than 1. There's just such a big difference. My targeting is off though, as expected. And would we expect anything less? Cool. Yeah, there are definitely some things I would absolutely love to hit. This is not a fight I would usually expect to be losing health in, but I guess sometimes I'm just not very good. Let's set off these bombs. 40 per. No? Damn. Oh well. That's more like what I was hoping for. But I've barely lost any health over the course of this fight, so I'm pretty happy. Oh, you hit the thing and then it killed the momentum, I see. Sure, if that's how you want to play it. Go ahead. Overall, I am just going to be pretty happy with this fight. It could have been a lot worse, that's for sure, but definitely could have been a lot better as well. Not the most impressive showing, shall we say. That works, I guess. And simply hit the crit. Oh, hello. I'd be crazy to turn down a not survived, so let's take it. That means that cash has a much higher value right now. I think the Nosferatu almost certainly just does far too many things for me to turn down. That was rude. Yes, double tap, perfect. There is a lot of stuff I would love to find. Isn't there? Let's try this. Maybe not the best gamble to take. I also took it for later, and yeah, that certainly is what it showed. Oh no, not enough actually. Thank you. That was the odds. Well, I think kind of not really. Crit is just so much more that I am just tempted to shoot it. Yeah, okay. Not quite worth it, but still enough of an impact that I'm kind of happy. We can target the mole, not that that really matters. We cannot blind him, that is unfortunate. I'm just going to put as big of a hole in this tree as possible. I may need to. Don't think I will, but I may. Let's see what I can do here. Looks like not much. It's good enough for me though, I think. And as long as my health is going up, I'm very happy. Let's do this cool bounce. That was a really cool bounce, wasn't it? Good job. Good job. It's more like what I was aiming for. Yeah, it worked out. It worked out. He gets off of here. Quiet. Just thinking about how I'm trying to finish out this fight. Preferably a good old-fashioned crit here would be amazing, but that seems a tad on the impossible side. Don't think we're shooting that one. The Minotaur put me in a really bad spot. It feels like I'm not properly able to recover from that. I've focused very much on like delaying, and it is making this slightly harder than it needs to be, I think. Except we are kind of getting there. I don't feel like I can shoot that. Which means I can't shoot this, which is wrong. That feels really wrong. No. At least we're still doing a good job of denying the circle, but this is really not good. Really not good, as I mentioned. Unfortunately, I really almost just a bit too strong. This just happened, huh? Oh, and I can't heal up now because, yep, okay. Oh, that is unfortunate. Maybe if I'd gotten a crit there, that would have been good. But I'm literally just dead to the plants. Oh, I'm not actually dead to the plants here. I still have one more shot where I can get a crit and get a kill, but apart from that, this is just... Wow! Oh my lord. You just had to do that to me. Well... Let's try and play for it then. I need to hit the bomb. Okay, wow. That was fast. We got really unlucky with the Minotaur, and then yeah. Definitely I could have done that a bit better, but we'll just continue on with Roundel right now, because that was quite fast, so let's just try Roundel 20. Special button. That just felt a bit unfortunate. I don't know. My pieces definitely weren't the best. And I know that was picking up a lot of survivability things, and it's unfortunate. It's really annoying that boss was immune to blind. I think that was kind of a big part of my scaling strategy, and unfortunately it just doesn't work against him for flavor reasons. That's the issue with blind. It just doesn't work against summons. Exacerbate is mildly tempting there. I am going to play this as I'm playing Roundel though, which means I'm just going to take that early elite. I do think that's generally something I should really be doing. No. Leaning into it on Roundel is just not a good idea. Evasive maneuver, okay. I would have preferred it wouldn't have happened, but it's definitely one of the best ones you could have given me. Let's get these debuffs going, eh? Wasp infection would be incredible. Exploitable. Cool. Bramble, yes. The most useful of all debuffs. Thank you. But yeah, no, I do think the smoke mod is actually very good. I do think that the pocket sand pickup was also fine. It just didn't exactly work out as I wanted. Like, I picked up the pocket sand so that I wouldn't immediately lose the run by fighting Minotaur again. And I didn't fight Minotaur again, so maybe it wasn't worth the gamble, but I don't know. It's a bit of a hard read. I'm just like still thinking about what I could have done differently there. Hmm. Well, hopefully we can continue with the like cool debuffing stuff on Roundrel. Because what we were doing certainly was fun, it's just didn't end up working out the way I would have liked, that's for sure. Oh, that was just a bomb. I was looking for a bit more than just a bomb, but whatever. Oh, that also missed. Unfortunate. Alright, that makes sense. How do I do that? Like that? Good shot, good shot. I'm very happy with that shot. Perfect. Alright. Not too much health loss, definitely a lot less than the Minotaur before, eh? That was just extremely unfortunate. But still, was probably a bit overkill as well, wasn't it? Yeah. Critical counterfeit crits. Let's just play into counterfeit crits. Critical is not exactly that useful, especially at this stage. Counterfeit crits, just getting us more crits on the board, is definitely valuable, especially since we have baseline 2, so it's just easier to build up of. Also works with the evasive maneuver of duplication. Nice. I want to go work on that bomb on the left-hand side. I guess it's probably easier working on this one, though. But it's not going to stop me trying, apparently. Oh, so close yet so far. Thank you. 98 gold. We certainly have a bit of money to work with. Oh, nothing? Okay, that's fine. How necessary was my navigation there? Oh, I missed out on a lead. My bad. In return, I get nothing. Ugh. Oh, let's hope that question mark actually gives me something then. Right, because that's how it works. I forgot that spam proccing a bunch of bombs doesn't actually fully kill everyone here. It's only just very likely to. Cool. No 130 for me. Full lean debuff nonsense? That sounds like a really bad idea, so I love it. How full? Full? This sounds like a really bad idea, but apparently I'm just all for that right now. I'm still very disappointed about that. But yeah, as I mentioned, Crucible 14 does have a lot of trickiness to deal with, and it seems like the trickiness caught up with us. Oh god, these events that I've gotten have just been really bad. I've lost 12 health and added a battle to my deck for no real reason. It's level 1 as well. Yet again, some pretty bad RNG, but we should still be able to do well. Aspect actually has very good base damage as well. I just like this orb an awful lot. Wait, sorry, we have a refresher? I kind of blanked on that. I missed that part. That is very epic. Refresher does so much for you. Slime, sure. I am also going to push the exacerbate upgrades. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. It's a pretty good orb to be prior upgrading, so I'll do that. Oh, so close. That's probably a bit of a misplay. I'm not sure how good that tugging actually was. Good enough, it seems. Oh, no crit? I was actually fully expecting a crit there, but holy man, that was a good shot. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have shot this. Everything works out in the end. 3-6, so the damage upgrades definitely aren't the greatest, but hopefully it's good enough. 50 health to deal with this guy should be enough, question mark? Yeah, I'm hoping it should be. Let's get the debuffs going. Blind's not going to matter, but... and neither is the transparency, unfortunately. But I was hoping that the other debuff we landed there would have mattered, but unfortunately it was transparency. It does not achieve anything. Refresh of here is also, admittedly, that handy. It's much more handy in the normal fights. Quite a significant margin. The blind is stacking up as well, so we're getting some dodges. Unfortunately, they're not long for this world, eh? Because we're not going to be able to dodge once we're in here. Just do that. Yeah, it's not looking the best, is it? Like, we're dealing very good damage at this point with our crits, but he's also dealing a lot of damage. And unfortunately, we kind of just don't have the damage to get there, it seems. Well, this certainly has been a video. I mean, look, I did expect a lot of these classes to fall out of the tournament sooner than that, but, wow. Yet again, we're dropping. Huh. Well, I mean, let's see if Spimenta can get through it, eh? Spimenta, we have, C14, thank you very much. Go on, Spimenta, how do you do? Special button or safety? I'll take special button. Man, maybe it's just me. I might just not be as focused as I normally am for my tournament runs. I don't know. I feel like this is a pretty understandable outcome though. I was kind of expecting this for a while, but because it wasn't happening, I guess I stopped expecting it to happen. Like, I was just fully expecting to just keep cruising along at this point, but yeah, so Baladin was 12, right? And these guys are 14 each. And now let's just see if Spimenta can actually just get through it, because I do absolutely love my Spimenta cruci runs. They're very fun, as my recent one proved, the cruci 21. But whether or not he can beat it is a different story. Also, if Spimenta does actually beat this, I wonder how far I can get. This actually sounds like such a funny idea. Cool, well, like, this is basically just the end of the tournament, isn't it? Or at least the first round of the tournament. I imagine I'll return to it in the future, but probably not for a while. I think it was a really, really nice test to do, but yeah. I'm really liking that cash collection. I was just trying to step up my cash collection game a little bit there, just because we do have an early store. 100 cash for that store would certainly be nice. It's also very tempting to pick up some of these orbs, which affects the next orb being shot, but I decided against it. They generally do demand a bit of upgrading, and I wasn't really that ready to actually give that to them just yet. Like, Rubber Orb especially is kind of tempting. What was the other one? It was, Opposite, I believe? Yeah, also very tempting. Now let's start popping these bombs. Oh, so close. Let's try that shot instead. Yeah, okay, it was ever so slightly off, it seems. That was really bad targeting on my behalf there. Nice. Oh, so close. So close. Oh, thanks for that being the crit. Although it technically did also decrease our damage. Tell them mood snap. Oh man, let's just kill you, please. Cool. Blast sector, that is very tempting, to be honest. It's so good to have. Sure. Let's just try and push it. I've lost way too much health already though. Should not have lost 25 health by now. Okay, this is actually not bad for us. Having the additional source of AoE is very handy. Yes. Alright, now let's see what you can do. Admittedly, I did kind of neuter the potential of this shot by removing the middle section, but yeah, it seems like it did not work out the way I would have wanted it to. Minimal Brom procs early on, and the situation is just not ideal in the end. We're still at a good threshold, but unfortunately hitting 2 bombs is just going to take a bit more time than I would want, and wow, are we really just having all classes dropping out in Crucible 14? That would be ridiculous indeed, wouldn't it? I mean, I'll see what I can do. I'm not trying to do it, but if it happens, it happens. Admittedly, I'm probably not trying as hard as I can to prevent it, but I'm still trying pretty hard. I don't know, man. Yeah, okay, really good damage there. And the 2-4, really good damage, right? Yep. Nice, 122 cash. Do kind of want to press the heal button, but I'll hold off. Recombobulator Slimy South. Slimy South is such a good passive that I can't really turn it down, but if there was going to be a passive that I turned it down for, it would probably be that. Really good. Alright. Bit more healing, bit more overall damage. Hopefully we can work with that. Move an orb. I'm feeling a bit crazy. I think we can actually just do this. We have an extra crit on the board. We have a reload passive. I think it might just be good enough. Yeah. What are we thinking here? Push or greed? Sorry, push or greed. All the way around. I think I know the answer. The answer is press this button, but I refuse. Out of principle, I just never like pressing that button. Usually I'm in a fine enough spot that I don't need to press it. That time I wasn't, but I don't care. Yes. Yes. Alright, and this is where the Ouroboros gamble comes into play. Okay, not yet. It's still biding its time. Invest 22 gold. I'd rather have access to my gold. I was kind of hoping for one fight before this point, but whatever. Let's see how this goes. There's definitely a fight where I would have loved to have a your bombs respawn, especially with the enhanced gunpowder. But I decided to live, so maybe that'll work. Maybe it won't. Oh, that was not the bounce that I thought it was. It's much more like what I was expecting. Yep, Slimy Salve is such an incredible passive, so it makes it very hard for me to regret my choice, doesn't it? Like I said, Recombobulate is so tempting. Man, Special Button also fits in really well with this Ouroboros nonsense. Let's just keep going, keep going. I'm kind of just slamming through him, that is what we're looking for. Okay, not ideal. Thought I was aiming a bit low, but I wasn't. Oh, 1 health. Well, there is still a bomb, but I'm probably not going to be hitting it. I'll try. I did not succeed. Oh, you can have a peg that is slimed and vined. That's neat. Okay. Looks like we do get to pass into Area 2, question mark. But probably not that far, is what I'm guessing. Yeah, okay. That was perhaps a bit silly. There were 2 options for that shot. Either it was going to free a vine or it was going to get caught in a vine, and there wasn't really anything else it could achieve there. And it's not worth getting caught in the vine there, so I probably shouldn't have shot it like that. Perfect. I did aim to bounce into the crit, which was admittedly a bit of a silly shot, but I mean, look, if it works, are you really going to deny the results? Cool. That worked. Maybe I'm just trying to take this more of the way. I'll check on 1 upgrade, I think that's pretty fair. No. Potentially. Sure. I don't like it. I don't agree with it, but I accept it. I believe that's left. Okay. let's just try and get through this, I guess. This is going to be painful. Your healing should be pretty decent though, shouldn't it? Did we hit a bomb by now? Surely, right? Okay, good. Just need to make sure I'm getting at least one kill. Especially since the echo damage is getting up there, and it's staying up there. Because the Ouroboros upgrade is kind of just working out. This may just be a very good Ouroboros run. I'm kind of trying to transition to cheese though. Cheese would just be ideal. Especially for this boss. Okay, I do actually need a real shot though. Can't just rely on echo damage. Good enough, I guess. Yeah, sure. Let's just do that. Oh, please just... I need 300 damage first shot. That's not 300 damage. It is close, but not 300 damage. Very unfortunate, really. I think it was a pretty big deal for me to get that there. That was... Look at the timing on that. Oh my lord, that was not what I was trying to achieve, but whatever. Huh. Yeah, my health is going down. The number is indeed going down. Not ideal. Not ideal. Wow, okay. This is such a rough fight. Like 5 brick slimes, we need to be getting a one-shot literally immediately. Which means we have to hit a crit, and we also have to get like 360 damage. The good news is, if we do get that, then continuing with the echo on the next shots is practically guaranteed kills. Which is admittedly extremely nice to see. But we also do have to be maintaining some amount of damage per shot. It looks like we are in fact doing that. Nice. Taking minimal hits in this fight is just so important, and it looks like we actually managed to do that. Shocking, but somehow we have managed it. Enough? Just not. Damn. Don't complain too much though, this is a very rough fight, and we managed to just cruise through it, I guess. Bombiton is very decent because we have enhanced compound nonsense going on. If you would be so kind as to hit a crit, that would be cool because it would like more than double your damage, but I guess not. That's a lot of healing. I was actually just trying to hit the crit, but sure. Almost going neutral. I am just unable to hit a crit, it seems. Just completely unable to hit a crit. Cool. I don't require it, but it is pretty handy. Pretty damn handy. Alright, surely. Surely this shot, yeah. Okay, thank you. Now that we got the one crit, the echo is kind of a reasonable number. That was fun. No. I think I am just foregoing that idea at this point. Safety net? Oh, that's so nice. Especially with immediately aiming onto a crit, right? Okay. Realistically, unfortunately, not worth it. But also aiming is actually pretty hard, it seems. Not too hard, perfect. If you hit a crit, thank you. Perfect. Alright, a killer shot and then we only lose like half of our health, you know? That sounds pretty solid, right? Surely this forces heals from them? Surely not, I guess. Look, I just suck at this too much, apparently. I just need to make sure I get the timing right, make sure I get the angle right. Because if I'm hitting 2 bombs here, it's a really massive deal. It means I'm not going to lose half my health instead of something like 40% of my health. You know? Pretty big difference. I need to be keeping my health up for this boss, unfortunately. Especially since I've still got another elite. I'm forced to keep pressing that button. It's not the button I was looking for, it was the slow down. I mean the map, not the slow down. That's not the most ideal, but as long as we're getting 250 on our first shot, which should be guaranteed, I believe, we're very happy. Whew. Okay, that definitely wasn't guaranteed, but it was most likely. I'm going to claim this bomb, thank you very much, because then all I need to do is claim one more bomb, and that should be mildly likely. Not likely enough, it seems. Oh wow, no kills. Exits half my health. Unfortunate. Oh, if I can get over there, actually, that is kind of dirty. I forgot how good healing slimes can be on this map, can't they? Yeah, that's a good way to like regen all of the health I'm losing. How much? 13. Just wanted to check because you can do some very funny things if you line it up well. I suspect I'll hit a bomb here. I did not. I think I might be happy with that outcome. Just use that to heal up a bit more. Not bad. I'll hold. Maybe I should have healed there. It might matter a lot, but fine with the option. Refresher course. There are a lot of passives that would actually just allow me to cheese, which would be nice. Because I would like for some of these classes to actually get through cruci 14, if two of them have already failed. It's kind of funny. So close yet so far. Hold, hold. Oh, yes! That means they're not going to heal, which means I can kind of just hit 2 more bombs, question mark? 1 more. Surely, right? Surely. Oh, nice. I was literally holding my breath there. Just like waiting for it to land. Alright, really good stuff. Man, Slimy Sap is such good passive. I know. Like, Recombobulate is also just so nuts. It's so hard choosing between the two. But, I don't know. I feel like we made the better choice. Well, I'd say we probably wouldn't be alive if we made the other choice. Yeah, Slimy Sap just keeps you up so well. Oh, Ouroboros game plan is actually somehow working out. And we could still potentially find some really, really good win conditions. Pumpkin Pie, Perfected Reactant. Chance that we're playing for bombs is not 0. But yeah, no, I don't want the Perfected Reactant there. 500 damage. Well, I mean, if you hit a crit, it's all but guaranteed, yeah. Oh yeah, I guess you're just dead without me needing to actually hit damage. And you're just dead too, perfect. We only took 1 hit this fight, which means we probably healed. Not quite. Bonk. Let's see what the store has to offer us. 57 health. It's actually very nice to see. Ah, victory. So here's the thing. We may not be able to cheese just yet, but what we can do is we enter this fight. And we press that button. Wow, would you look at that. So yeah, this fight is done. And I am so close to assembling cheese. So close. Yeah. Unfortunately, this fight is actually going to take some time despite the fact that it's already over. Luckily not too long, but especially since I'm going to be lacking AoE damage once I hit all my bombs, it definitely makes it a bit more annoying. Because like we're going to be getting these solid hits early on, and it's going to make the run fight look really deceptive. But I just completely lack the kill power to actually get through these guys in the one shot and smack them with a lethal blow. Because it's just how it is. Yeah, okay. So I think you can tell what happened. We managed to finally get through all the enemies, and we've just been boosting up this peg every single chance we have. Echo. Hold on. Echo is a way better game plan than Ouroboros. So let's just switch into it, yes. Shooting echo every shot is actually just like quite solid. Roth? Yeah, no. I'm either passing here or taking the Viridian Trinket. Because I have Explosive Force, I actually do want to pass on the Viridian Trinket, but I guess I will take a Fate. Sure. It seems mildly fine here. I don't know. It's definitely not the most useful, but I don't think it's that negative, so I'll just pick it up. Yeah. The Hiccup is definitely just a better game plan than Ouroboros, so I'm gonna lean into that. My healing for that fight was also just exceptional, apart from the part where I wasn't taking any damage, but on the off chance that I actually did allow myself to take damage, which I did do once because I wasn't paying the closest attention because I didn't need to. I was still just completely fine. I healed out the next shot. That's pretty funny. Alright. We are now fit to remove the Ouroboros. Yes, it's a good way to get good damage at the base level, but we don't care about that. We randomly remove half your orbs. I'm just going to press the button. I don't want to add an orb onto my deck, and I'm actually fine to remove the Echob that I just spent 75 cash on from my deck, since most likely, okay, screw you too. Most likely I am just going to switch to cheese, so I am just fine with that. I've got 2 shops upcoming. The chance that I don't find either a weaponized envy, or primarily is the one I want is a bad cheese. Is very low. Since with weaponized envy it is a very annoying cheese, but it is also a type of cheese. So it is an option that is available to me, especially since finding the weaponized envy is actually almost impossible. But it is something I could do. Yep. Nice. Just the constantly scaling echo is really good for just chopping through literally anything, even if it does take time to get to. That was door time, baby. Could have had a cool assemble run, but I think deciding to stick to this Ouroboros nonsense was the best idea we had. Not yet. That's for sure, not yet. So I'll do this. I'll do this. And screw it, I'll do this. Now, just in case there's a passive I want, and a remove I want, and another passive I want. I really want to go to the store here. Perfect. Still nothing. We do get the refill bus to it, no refresh shield. That was also something we were on the lookout for, but it seems like I didn't find a lot of assemble pieces. Give me my navigation, please. Yes, no, no. Cool. We missed out on that elite over there, but that's potentially just fine. Guess we'll go right then. Yep, our comp is very, very solid. Cheese is just a lot simpler, so I kind of wanted to do it, as well as it's been a while since I've done cheese. Just no loss is possible if I do cheese, kind of thing. Yeah. I guess Ring of Indignation would have also worked for cheese, wouldn't it? Actually, just a lot of tools would have allowed me to cheese. And technically, this would have been so much better because I've got all the question marks afterwards to potentially spike a random removal from my Ouroboros if I did find the tools to cheese in the boss fight. Which is possible. Man, the fact that you can healing slime these big boys is just massive. It's so useful to have the access to that. Even if you're not using it, just the threat of having it there is really nice. Because you can pull off so much healing with it. Yes, let's take that shot. Thank you very much. Yeah, I can't be bothered anymore though. You still just get a lot of value off of doing that kind of thing that I'm just going to keep doing. Get out of here, fool. Depart. And then I don't get to go the way I want to? No, I do. Just a straight shot through. Where's my mouse? I can't really tell, unfortunately. It would have been nice to tell for future shots, but I couldn't really land that up, apparently. 600 odd damage? Yeah, that's easy enough for you. Just believe in the Ouroboros, eh? I mean, look, it certainly has been giving. Certainly has been. Even more healing, because that's exactly what I need. Always check behind the waterfall? Sure. I believe I'm fighting squares, aren't I? So, just pretty nice against squares. realistically, if I wanted, I could just spam reload, and that would get me a pretty fast guaranteed win for this fight, but I don't really care about that. Oh, refresh move now. I totally missed that part. But yes, we indeed picked it up. So yeah, it seems like we lost 2 classes at Crucible 14. That's fine. But yeah, as I mentioned, like Crucible 12 is when the stakes really start increasing. You really notice the ramp up in difficulty. Oh, Persist 6, amazing. You really notice the ramp up in difficulty at Cruci 12, and that's where we lost our first class. And it seems like we lost the next 2 on Crucible 14. You really do notice the max HP decrease, but it wasn't really the max HP decrease that killed us as much as it was the. Actually, it was. It was both. As much as it was the all the effects like stacking together, really. There are a lot of nasty ones that I was trying to deal with. It's really sad that I couldn't keep that echo, but I do think I made the correct play. Might have seemed silly, but I thought that I would be able to find what I wanted in the 2 stores. And I also thought that I was fine just taking a 50-50. I got the worst end of the 50-50 and I just did not find what I was looking for in the stores. Which I guess could have easily been expected and avoided, but it's whatever. It's not like this game plan is still any less fun. Well. Unfortunately, that only affects 1 shot, but it's an orb I can just discard. It was 45 gold, which is like a bargain. 29 damage for 49 gold? Amazing. I definitely need the money, right? Wouldn't it be hilarious if, because of that bad decision, I actually died? So what are we meant to do? We're meant to take a good shot first, which gets a crit, which means this shot. Then I'm meant to discard twice. Let me just try and ramp it up each time. Oh, I don't have Refresh Shield. I was kind of hoping I had Refresh Shield active. Yeah, no Refresh Shield for me. I should just still be able to get tons and tons of damage constantly, and the AoE power is only going to keep ramping up. Yep, now let's do that again. Just really good. And there's not really much the squares can do to deal with it because I have Round Guard active, and they're just not getting the time they want to scale. Yeah, really good. Oh yeah, perfect. I mean, that achievement was super easy. I was going to get at that inevitably quite easily as well. But yeah, wow, we lost 2 classes to Crucible 14. That is rough, man. That is really rough. I was not expecting that. Like 2 classes in the same video. This is a video on the longer side, eh? Jeez, 50. Yeah. Yeah, this deck is just perfect, isn't it? With ambidextrony as well. So we couldn't assemble the cheese stuff we were looking for. I believe in that first store we may have been offered a cheese, but I didn't take it. Question mark? No, I don't think so. I think I would remember if I had been, but we definitely got offered a cheese in one of the earlier runs, which unfortunately did in fact go kaput. And yeah, wow, this is what happened. Yeah, because we got Ouroboros gifted to us on Spinventer, we could kind of just take it and roll with it, and that would just work out. +1/+2 is a very big deal for Ouroboros. Like even just the +1 crit damage buff on it was a pretty big deal. And so the fact that we're now dealing with +1/+3 more than last time means it can really quickly scale up the damage. And for the end there, the Echo managed to like return basically. We just had the Insticate Orb in our deck, which was basically doing exactly what the Echo did, but kind of worse. It was better in one way because the damage was able to scale up faster, but there was damage drop off, which I probably would have preferred not to have, especially with the Complex Claw just boosting the damage slightly further. Oh, perfect roll as well. Nice. Yeah, this was just quite good. The Ouroboros definitely paid off, and we could play for it quite well. Man, wow. Yeah, I'm not surprised that the look. I think that if this was Crucible 13, we wouldn't have lost that fight against Slime. I think that if I paid closer attention to the fact that it was Mole, I wouldn't have lost versus Mole. But this is all hindsight stuff, right? Like, it's slightly harder to tell that kind of stuff when you're in the run, as well as like we were playing with Crucible 14 active anyway, so us being on Crucible 13 wouldn't have made a difference, but it would have given us one or two more hits straight up. Oh, maybe even a third because of the heal button we pressed having decreased heals. Yeah, but 2 more hits versus that guy would have been a pretty big deal. Landing's Perfection on the first hit would have also been a pretty massive deal, just because that's actually a lot of extra damage. It's not like too much, but it's enough to where you can like he's got like minus 100 health or something, which is a pretty big deal. But yeah, no, it's been a while since I've used Ouroboros, so I'm pretty happy with that run. Like being able to use Ouroboros is can be very hard to line up. A lot of the time, you do just look at that event as one of the best events in the game because it's got either a removal or a full removal, which can also be incredibly valuable. But when you actually do get used to the orb, it can be really fun, especially when you get Echo 90. But we didn't manage to do that this time.